Hello, and welcome to the stream. Today we will be looking at Star Renegades. Now, do bear in mind, I am still adjusting to this streaming thing, so something may have gone wrong without warning. I believe it has not. I should advertise this a little bit more. The Star Renegades community, even though it's pretty much a dead game. But let me see. How's the audio doing? We might hear a little redundancy here. Bear with me. Huh. The app is not working. No, it is my tablet, the one that's not working. Okay, that makes sense. Well, it does say I'm live, and it does say I have a viewer. Hold on a second. This is not the correct title description. What is going on? Oh, I do beg your pardon. I've been speaking in mute for a little bit. So, we will be starting a new run. I have dropped the previous run so far. So now it is time to travel to the base. I am currently setting up the stream subject. Today, we will not be seeing Runark. Contrary to something you may have read at the start of the stream, I am now adjusting this. Content labels. There will be swearing this stream and every stream. Wait. Some tag is not valid? What do you mean some tag is not valid? Successfully updated your information. Okay, I thought the tags weren't valid. So, are they valid or are they not valid? Well, I have also added a profile picture of me, the Quantum Finch. Now it does make sense since I will be saving the quantum multiverse or whatever. And here we have a statue of me being victorious. Fantastic. Time to go in a new campaign to pick a difficulty and to do something cool. So at the moment, I need to go back to the chat. How do I do that? Do I have the correct description now? How is it that it is far harder to do this than it is to play this game? This game is pretty hard. I still have one character locked. Oh no. Alright. What is this? Alright, yes. I see the issue here. I will need to be unlocking this character today. Ironic, since I played this character a lot on the Switch. Oh, this is unfortunate. Something feels wrong about this. Like, all of these shouldn't be unlocked. Well, regardless, I will be getting this today. Maybe my save got bugged. This is a pretty buggy game, after all. It is expected. So, what should I pick today? Probably the ones to unlock this character. Okay, that does make sense, and I just want to make sure it is unlocked. Okay, here we will be taking a occur. Which variant though? We will explore that in a second. And I will be taking the Spectre, which is absolutely fantastic in damage department. I'm gonna be high on damage and a little bit low on regen. So I will need someone that can heal me a little bit, and typically that's Xerx by excellence. But I can take an alternative and take Mariati. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. Let me check a table online. Let me see. This is a progeny between the Commando and the Saboteur. Okay, so we just need a Commando first. Who the heck is the Commando? Commando, and now the Saboteur. Here you are. Oh, okay. Now I need to go back to the variants though. Who am I selecting for you? Oh, this is counterintuitive. Oh, this menu definitely is not right. Oh. Yeah, this is not the right menu. Was it tab to change? Yeah, there we go. That's the one that I should have done previously. So, I still want my tank to be Tisha. It's gonna be a little hard though, since I will have to be low on regen, and I will also be low on damage, so maybe I shouldn't choose this. Character combinations, like, unfortunately, and unlike with other roguelikes, this game requires a little bit more of a team composition at the start, something I really don't believe in, and a major design flaw. But if we pick the two necessary variants first, perhaps it could be a really, really, really rough start with a lack of regen. But otherwise, I'm going to be lacking damage. This is going to be way, way more interesting than I thought. Alright, Bentley. What do you have for me? Hello? Cycle character? Nope. Alright, so, which is the one that I needed? Right, not this variant. Not this variant. There is one of these variants that absorbs a little bit of stats. I thought it was McLaren, but I may be wrong. Well, maybe I should just send it. I could be taking a little too long with this. Oh no, it was actually Lando. It was actually Lando, the one that has smooth operator, a straight shot. No, it's Lirith. Kultoris. Leorth. Oh, hard to pronounce. Alright, I get this. And I also get Blitz. So I'm gonna have, yeah, extra damage. Plant explosives. We get in a flash. Place your vets. Oh, it's a bit far, and I like to do this before, but I may need this guy after all. Otherwise, I'm gonna be running out of shields. Right, select them. And lastly, who do I select that can survive? Tanks, we have Revan. We have Mariotti, and probably I'll end up selecting Mariotti. I usually don't like her because she just becomes this, like, is the staple for not leveling her up. So I can get Pulverize and Delve, or I can get Shield Throw. Still, she is extremely low on damage, and she's mainly used for her defensive capabilities. But perhaps I should just take Fortress, Variant, extra shields, and there we go. Oh, hold on. Where's the third one? There we go. I can do a 2-hero start? Oh my gosh, if that's not a bug still, that is amazing. Like, this game does not need to be harder than it is. And it's pretty fun. But hey, regardless. We will not be going for rookie. Outer region or siphon? Deflector is also good. Since I don't have a way to get more shields, yeah, I should definitely think about either Auto Regen or Siphoner. I'm not interested in damage reflect. And here, what could I be interested in? Armor damage? No, this guy will take care of all our armor needs. It'll be very, very easy. High shield build to allow for Mariotti to recover. Interceptor. And here, Guardian. Okay. This is gonna be a weird run. And at the moment, I'm a little bit cold. I would normally go for extreme, but since I need to be talking commentary, I'll probably just go for extreme, for harsh. I'm gonna think about it a little. It's gonna be a long run. This team is not ideal. I'm mainly focusing on unlocking something, and then I will progress over the weeks, building up the entropy. That sounds about fair. Okay, yeah, sure. Not too happy about it, not disappointed at all. Alright. A little bit of dialogue. This is the first boss that we're gonna fight. Well, the first elite. And the elite has less shields, gets owned by counters, is immune to fire and to heavy attacks. This is extremely important at the moment. It will not come into play too much. But as time goes on, it is exceedingly important to understand this for builds. And then Rage when debuff, so let's not debuff him. Let's not hit him with fire heavy, especially fire heavy. And he's got low shield, so he shouldn't be an issue. Extra armor wouldn't be an issue either. Ah, yes. Good old Menku. Now, roots. Typically, I like roots that give me permanent bonuses, such as DNA or Imperium Tech. Money is good, but is only good after you pass the threshold of the first boss, which is not amazing by any means. And, yeah, food cards, they are just... I don't think they should be in the game. It's just a weak mechanic. Can be good. Alright, auto fire. You are both shooting here and here. Fantastic. So I need a blitz me. Great. And his attack is instant because it's too fast. And I need you to attack. How much damage? That's 47 damage. That is nothing. I'm not worried about that. And you broadside, that's a kill shot. Boom. And he did. Goodbye. Cannon blast, this was expected. 47 damage. Alright. Let's see. Can I play with a keyboard? Yeah, I can. Okay, you're gonna get smashed. You're gonna get broadsided and broken, and you're gonna get straight shot, and he's dead. Boom, hit, and hit. Perhaps I should explain the mechanics, just to keep the conversation flowing and avoid confusion. I usually play this game like a rocket. As a matter of fact, I usually use controller. Today, I'm using a mouse and keyboard. And with controller, I can really play this quickly. But maybe that's not the way. And I actually learned to slow down just so I can appreciate the animations. I really like the animations for this game. I think they are definitely worth watching. They dedicated a lot to the screens. Like, I mean, look at these animated backgrounds. And look at this front leaves. Like, we have things over the fight layer with things in the background. We have these little reflections on the back, the water flowing. I know it's not the most detailed water, but it is a fully animated battleground. It's not just an excuse of a background just there. Like, you got lighting effects, you get clouds. Like, you have a little bit of everything. The art department really outdid themselves. So for this, I don't like shield steal. And this guy should be dead. And to do that, either straight shot. Yeah, straight shot does it. So, as you may see, the order of the actions executed varies between turns, including my enemy's actions. If I kill the enemy before he or she or it attacks, they don't get to do this, which is damage to me. Now, it is quite important to consider, hey, they will be damaging you. What's up with that? Well, we have shields and we have HP. Shields are drained, but they regen to the max, except in some entropy levels. Difficulties, I beg your pardon. And here we have 145 HP, and this will be drained permanently. Here we have 7 armor, which debuffs all damage, all incoming damage, and reduces it by this amount. However, usually enemies have ways of destroying this, and it's very hard to regen it, so I really don't think it's worth it. Now here we have the information screen for each attack. We have the damage on the top. We have the critical bonus. To do a crit, it's pretty simple. You just need to attack before the opponent, and as you see right here, we have a crit. We'll also see that the opponent's attack is displaced by a lot of time. Now, the opponent's attack, if we observe it, here has a little time icon, and it says half time. Now, this is an estimate, of course. The actual speed is a little bit more or a little bit less. It depends on other factors. But if they crit me, they set me back by 15 seconds. They also had a little bit of effects, grounded with stunned, for example, and that's that has implications for certain attacks. And they also get a damage bonus, and as you see, if they hit me and I have no shields, they will break 2 of my armor. As you can see, I have 7 armor, which is sort of a lot, like 33. I would be saving up on 20% of damage, which is massive. I mean, it's a gigantic damage reduction by many stats. But here I get 2 broken, and those are hard to regen, so I'm really not interested in getting attacked, and I won't. As you see, my attacks, especially the kind of character that the Saboteur is, will have different times for pushed back. For example, this pushes him back by 15 seconds, and this pushes him back by a full 45 seconds, which is a gigantic amount. So if I just do this, it's instantly broken. It's too much time. Of course, every move and every character has its downsides. And enemies can only be pushed back and or broken a limited amount of times before they become immune for it temporarily. And there are some characters that can cleanse that ability to prevent being pushed back. And it has its limits. The system is quite complicated, but bear with me for a minute. I do guarantee that we will get this by the end of the series. And sometimes it gets a little confusing. And here we have our first set. This is gear that we can get. We only get a single one from every chest, except for the starting bonus that we get. I didn't equip that, I should have. So we only get a level 1. Excuse me, want to equip this? I can't equip this. Well, the game is buggy. Well, I can always come back to it. Anyway, for the moment, I can decide to equip something or to stash it. Now, I need to check which characters have compatibilities with this weapon. For example, our shield lady, shield maiden, our guardian, our tank cannot equip this gun. And she wouldn't need to, it's just useless, to be honest. It's a low-level gun, it doesn't have any major changes. Reflect damage and armor defense, that could be very, very useful, especially if going for an armor build. And here we have an Exalter, which makes all attacks faster and gives you regen. Now, I would like this for one of these two characters. I think I'm gonna get it for my Commando. He has a taunt move in the future, and it might come in handy later on. So right now, I'm interested in checking my squad, and on finding out how to equip this thing. There we go. I just couldn't equip on that screen. So more shields, which is fantastic, and more shield defense. So effectively, I have a lot of shields right now. A lot. 200 is massive. Usually, I make builds such that I can increase my shields over time. So one of these characters can have up to 2 or 3 times the amount of shields by the end game. And yes, that is very strong, but we have different, how can I say this, drawbacks. Like right now, I won't have, and it is very important. These are very strong characters because they're end game. You need to beat the game completely and then bond the character to get these special unlocks. So they're actually stronger than usual. And that is okay because I am not running an ideal setup. I don't have anybody that does damage, and I don't have anybody that really knows how to, well, not knows, but that can really upgrade or charge too much shields. For example, I just leveled my tank, and my tank has this little ability where she can regenerate a little bit of shields. 48, and it's a free action, but it costs Fury. We'll get to the Fury system in a moment. And besides, it's not really that much shields. If you can see, some of my enemies' attacks are about, what is that? 37, 48. So it would just compensate for a single attack. Moriarty is not really what you want to see in terms of shield regen. There are other tanks with different abilities that can help. That's why regen is so important. That's why I picked it on her. Now here we have a move called Smelt, and it will hit everybody. Getting hit or hitting generates Fury. So right now I can activate abilities like this. But this is of no use at the moment. Absolutely useless because I am already maxed out. This is showing a summary of what I could expect my HP to be by the end of the turn. Well, my HP, my armor, and my shields. But this doesn't add up sometimes. So it is just an estimate, as many other things. Right now I'll just be smashing, and I will be actually I don't wanna attack with my commando yet. Because this can be confusing to a newer player. I will be using this first to displace him. Oh, he's gonna be enraged against. Wait, who's using a heavy attack? This is not a heavy attack. This is a light attack. Hold on. Is smash is a normal attack? Why are you getting enraged? I'm missing something. Enraged when debuffed. Oh, it's because of the debuff. As you can see, Blitz debuffs by 25% defense, but it only lasts for one turn, so I should be good next turn. There we go, and he's enraged. Enraged has its own series of characteristics here. Plus 25% damage, minus 15% defense, and all powers execute 5% faster. So he will be hitting hard and fast, but as you see, I have a total debuff of negative 40% defense. So my character should be hitting very hard, comparatively speaking, and he's got no shield, so this is a time to break. And here we have armor weaken, so negative 25% armor damage. I think like this is a debuff. So next turn he will be hitting me harder. So maybe I'm not interested in that. Maybe I'm interested in just doing a natural salvo and working my way down from there. So I hit. We cannot see the timer because he was already sent to next turn. And now next turn, we have depleted the charges to attack him and push him back. So I cannot make him skip another turn. That being said, his current effects and rage is still there, so I have miscalculated that, and as a matter of fact, is good for 2 turns. Okay, I'm gonna get hit really hard right now. Well, not too hard, really. The difficulty, if it was the next difficulty, maybe, but not this one. So, at the moment, I am not interested in everybody taking damage. So, I will be defending my Saboteur. As you can see, my commando character, guy here in the back, has this return fire mechanic. So every time he gets hit on return fire, he hits pretty hard. I really don't know why he has a crit bonus if he will never attack before getting attacked. So I don't know who botched it there, but regardless. Now you will be getting hit hard, and you can just do a normal shot. Now his armor should be gone after this. My tank will be protecting my Saboteur and taking twice as much damage. Not because that's what the shield does, but that's because this guy's gonna be hitting her twice. Natural hit plus this hit. And as you can see, she took a little bit of damage. My commander did too. He fired back, if you paid attention. And my Saboteur is untouched. Oh. So I just got debuffed. As you can see, slow down all actions by 10 seconds. So Saboteur, who in the past was doing this instantly. Oh, he's still that fast, huh? Ooh, well, I did select the haste and action speed. Okay. Well, I'm still good. That's fantastic. That being said, my enemy should be dead before next turn. Or maybe next turn. Let us see. We have straight shot, and he will still be alive. So how about we blitz this? He takes extra damage, and next turn he's dead. So I send him to next turn. Then I push him back once. I push him back a second time. He's got no armor and he's got no chance. Now this fight is pretty easy. It usually gets harder on the second and third planets. And sometimes the difficulty breaks. And instead of getting from 0 to 10, the maximum equipment and attack level is 10. And sometimes you can get enemies that attack you for 50. And with that, I don't mean the numerical value here. I mean, a little value besides the move. I remember that clearly. It was actually level 49 or something on the Switch. The enemy was hitting everybody in my party for about 200. I had a rough day that time. Alright. Our first boss killed. Well, elite. He just acts like the boss, or the gatekeeper for the first section. We get a little intel, and these little cards are amazing and extremely important. This is exactly what we need to generate bonds, which happen during night sequences, and we're about to get to one. But before, a little reward. A beholder eye, attack supply mark. That is actually fantastic. Hold to view effects. Mark cannot stealth, and they get hit harder by crits. I can also get this one to hit a lot harder, but I think I will be getting Beholder Eye, but for my commando. I'll be equipping this. Besides, he's not equipped with anything, if I recall properly. No, this is an implant. That shouldn't matter. And it's rare. As you can see, this is level 3, this is level 1, and this is level 1. I don't recall if they have to be the same level or higher to equip it, so this might be, yeah. Okay, good info. So I have to be the level or higher to equip it, which means no immediate bonus, but we have no immediate needs, so I'm just gonna stash it. We're gonna go to the night sequence, but not before. Think about leveling up. Historical reference. Yeah, I don't really need 30 max shields for all of us. Armor piercing might be good, but trick shot is just always good. Okay, only one level. Unfortunate. Let's see if we have a complete night sequence. I will be saving this card in case I get to go to the moon. Or I can also watch relationship statuses, and only if we have 4 hearts, we can create progeny. Progeny is actually quite important for unlocks. Unlocks can be seen on this screen. We get different conversations, we get different progeny, and here is in fact the whole list of the progeny. As you can see, I am missing very many characters. Not with this one. I made sure to unlock all of them because it's quite interesting. And this is quite important for progression in game. If you don't do this progression, you will definitely be missing out on all the game has to offer. And it plays like a little dating simulator. So at the moment, we're looking at Saboteur plus Commando. And you can also replay the dialogues, which is pretty fun. Those who like the game a little bit more. Where is our Commando? Well, apparently I have all 4 of them, so technically I should have the progeny unlocked. But it's not there. So something weird happened with my save file. Let's hope this fixes it. Otherwise, who knows what we'll have to do. Who knows. So attacks drain shields, and I need you two to start being friends. And you get an armor repair, which really doesn't do much. And you get more attack speed, even more attack speed to you. And that's how relationships start being built. The little value on the heart increases it, and you can see the different thresholds. Now, I really don't understand why this character was locked. Oh, it was locked for the other reason. Yeah, that was the one. Huh, my bad. The character was actually unlocked, but there's a mechanic in this game where the final boss, well, the previous boss to the final boss, to the final game sequence? Strange to determine it. Oh, Aaron. Yeah, I'm not particularly a fan of dating simulators, but this is just the dating sequence of the game. Just bear with me for a minute. Anyway, that card is not wasted. I'll just continue doing this. Yeah, no, I am not a fan of particularly of dating simulators, but they can be quite fun. I did play Lover Watch, of course. Alright, so now we have the next bosses, which will be this guy, this guy, this guy, and these are optional. I can choose not to engage with them, but that would be to my loss. Okay, so here we have a crypto device. I need to activate this to get to the final game sequence, which I will try to do every time. But right now, I have something important to check out, and I need to check out the bosses. Oops. The elites. Hello? Oh no. Game as usual is bugged. We'll go to the Imperium page and try to navigate in here. This guy's up here because I lost to him, and whenever you lose to an elite, it gets upgraded, similar to Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, if you like Lord of the Rings. So this guy has protection against crits. I'm good. And rage when hit. This is double-edged sword, but it usually ends up doing a lot of damage to my party, especially since I cannot heal. Massive health. Okay, that is not a problem. Damage by counters. Defense. I mean, less defense to counters and to corruptions. That might be problematic. Aaron, what do you mean feet? The topic of the day is to differentiate if you like feet more or you like ankles more. Don't look at me. I'm just a humble streamer. So, which is it? Come on, be exposed. Show us. Ankles. Ankles are better than feet. I must run a poll on this. I will be asking this when I play Overwatch. I will just go to randoms and ask them, what's up? Ankles or feet? And well, they will have to expose their inner secrets to a random, because under the protection of anonymity, we can be genuine. Phasma, you don't even get Phasma damage here. Protection is less protection against light. Defense against pyro and crits. Okay. I don't have nitro, and I don't have any like this. This doesn't really matter. This will only come into play at a harder difficulty. As long as they don't have enraged at low health, okay. So when I weaken him, I really need to kill him, but his HP pool is really low. Like if you get to see this, concussion, I don't have concussion. Combos are also unlocked when you get to a certain level on the dating screen. So if you look at this HP pool, 177 shields, 390 HP. Let's close this. We will go to this guy. He is twice as big, and they are usually not alone in a fight. So yeah, this guy has a lot of armor. And then we have the boss. This is a boss. He's not an elite. He has no strengths and no weaknesses. He is considered a behemoth. That's how bosses are classified in this game. Regardless, root time. So I can take some tech here, which will be great. And who is this? Oh, a stalker. This is part of a syndicate gangster. And if you do this right, you will actually unlock the ability to go into one of these caves, not caves, beg your pardon. And it allows you to get extra enemies, extra money, extra loot. Some of these zones get locked out, and that is unacceptable. If an elite gets locked out, it really limits my late game potential, and it reduces my chances of survival by a lot. I can get here. Is this? Please don't tell me this is the. Who are you? Okay, this is a weak one. Yeah, so I should be taking this route. 1, 2, 3. And this is a strong one. I can't click on him, but I have certain, yeah. Enraged when hit, massive health. Okay. So this is a strong one. This is a weak one. My interest would be in killing this guy first, and then moving on. But I do need to get to here this turn. I need to get an elite per day, or I won't be able to get all of them. And I especially need to reach this one because he's got rare gear on it. Well, this has epic gear, but if I don't get to the elites, I won't get that gear. Hard choices, and I still need to reach this device. So day 1, 1, 2, 3. Day 2, 1, 2, and shields 3. That doesn't leave me room to reach the HP if I need it, which can be very dangerous. That might lead to death. I'm gonna need to play this like an absolute genius, or my chances are really low. Oh, and I still need to get this. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 1. Then step 2. And then step 3. And then 1, 2. Yeah, I can't get the HP and all of the elites at the same time. That is very unfortunate. I better bring my A game. No mistakes. I haven't played this game in like a year. Alright, reach me. Fight 1. Alright. Simple fight, really. Laser eyes onto... Okay. This is my tank, so I don't really care. She also has regen. That shouldn't be an issue. So we need this guy dead now. And I don't have enough damage. Oh, I do. Oh, it's a late kill because he's getting hit by the counter. That's fine. So first she shields, then you shoot, knock him back. Then you shoot, knock him back. Armor break. He's still alive, barely though. Alright, tank gets hit. And she reflects damage. Alright. Got hit pretty hard for 42. That is fine. Laser Storm. Let's see, how much is that damage? It's not that much. I'll just be debuffing him. Send him to the next turn. And you just hit him, and you just hit him. Oh yeah, here's the 10 absorption I was talking about a while ago. I missed that. He has no armor, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, he's got a little. So the way absorption works is you deal 10 damage to shields and you add them to your own, so it's very strong mechanic in the game. I will be guarding this. As you can see, both guard and reflect have different value stats. For example, when you reflect, you have plus 40% defense. Characters can naturally add themselves 40% defense. But she also has 25% damage reflect, so you really want to get hit. Now, it's always better to just use deflect. But a tank that can't protect needs to have a downside. She will lose a lot. But I should be okay. So now you hit, and you also hit. So she's protecting now. He hits. And yeah, she reflected a lot of damage as a matter of fact. Regen is working. Mother is the name of the main antagonist. Laser eyes attack again. Fortunately, since I have regen, I can just do this. Send them to the next turn. And I can do free damage this turn, and at the same time regen some shields for my team, which is just fantastic. Exemplary even. Okay, now luckily, even if I got fully hit, this wouldn't remove all of my shields, and if I reflect, I'm taking minimal damage, really. Like it's just absolutely It's an absolute reduction, and whatever damage I take, I reflect. So my main concern here is the ability to destroy this enemy before he runs away, because they have a runaway mechanic, and it limits not the experience you get, but it limits the little dating sim card you get at the end, and that can really mess you up because you get permanent perks and advantages out of that. Yeah. There, he talks about eating me on one side, which essentially means cannibalism, and on the other he's running away, which means taking my bonus down, and I cannot have that. So we'll just be shooting him. Die. He's dead. Oh, that is really not good. I don't get a card because a single character finished him off. Oh, bro. Well, shit happens. Shit happens. Alright, here we have shield steal. Oh, this is just objectively better. No, because this one has shield defense, and this one doesn't add shield defense. It has armor defense, but I really don't care about that. But I do care about the auto regen. But is the auto regen worth both 10 shields and 10% more? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Now, I can do a Reaver chip for level 3, but that seems useless. I also need to consider that I can sell these. So maybe I'll just stash one of them. I really don't like this one because she doesn't really attack much. And I need her to do a lot more damage, but 10% is not enough. I guess I'll just stash it just in case I don't get anything better. Which happens. And a level up screen. Patter. This is one of those. Oh, this is the first heal health that I get. This is absolutely necessary. I'll probably just be getting that. Level up is there. Go, next fight. Go, go. Perhaps I'll be streaming Monster Train tomorrow. That should have a larger public. But who knows? All of the games I play I tend to be a little old, a little dead. Aren't we all a little old and a little dead? Well, Terrace sure isn't. Barely gonna take any damage. And you, who do we kill? You're using auto fire. So let's kill you. There we go. I don't want to kill the one with auto fire because he's gonna damage himself a lot with the damage reflect. So you see, almost 50% damage reflected here. Boom. Yeah, 50% damage reflected. That's a lot. The numbers aren't adding up. It says 25% damage reflected. I guess it's of the max damage that I would get hit by, and then I get damage reduction. Yeah, I know I'm old. Come on. I'm definitely old, but I mean, I think somebody who's 30 is old, so I mean, it's always subjective. I think that if you're 30, like you're about to die, man. Of course, I'm talking in terms of the savannah. If you know anything about the savannah, the average life expectancy is 30 years old. So yeah, I would be about to die in the savannah. Fortunately, I don't live there. But facts are facts. And let's get this battle over with. Fortunately, I can speed this up, and they just all die. A little bit of DNA. So technically, in this game, XP is called DNA. You take DNA from your fallen foes, and you filter it, and you inject it upon yourselves to become stronger. A very weird mechanic, but hey, in this world, you have traversal between multiverses. So what can I say? Things don't need to make too much sense. It's just a game. But I mean, the XP system was always weird in every single game. It's important to say that being in the back and being in front does matter. This is not just aesthetic. Attacks, as you can see, if they don't have a specific modifier that states that they can attack everywhere, they can only and only attack the front line. That's why I put my tank here. Well, it's auto-assigned, but that is why. So for example, we have a little shield steal here, we have a little bit of a cannon blast here, and none of these attacks explicitly say that they will be hitting anybody in the field, so they will just be hitting my tank. That's just part of the strategy. So for this, I really don't want you to get shield stolen. Let's just take a kill shot. That'll be fine. Alright, he did. Now, this little currency that appeared in the upper left corner is the meta progression currency. It does not allow you necessarily to power up massively between runs. This is not, even though it can be considered as a roguelite for many reasons, it is mainly a roguelike. The genre, of course, mixes over, since we could argue that depending on what unlocks you have, your experience of the game will be better. So yeah, it's true, but also it gets a little bit more complicated, and in this game, the more items that there are, the more variety you will find, so it's harder to make a specific build. So it's not necessarily better. As a matter of fact, the game compensates for that by allowing you to lock out certain equipment, or to make one type of equipment more common. And I'm always up for player choice. So in that sense, they only made good choices. Beautiful background on the woods too. Little leaf animation, the grass is moving, it has this wind. Yeah, they really outdid themselves on the art department. Alright, so now we have nighttime. During the night, depending on what you selected for your character perk, and well, for your bomb perk technically, this guy in front, is what you're able to do on night. Sometimes it means that you regen a certain amount of armor, and sometimes, and only sometimes, it means that you get bonuses on night. So at the start of the game, they're pretty pathetic, but near the end game, those bonuses are pretty much half as much as you would get from a VAT. So if you consider you only have 3 steps a day and 3 days per planet, getting up to 2 half bats worth of DNA or of money, that's just massive. But here I don't have that. So now I'll just be camping. And my objective here is to prepare for the behemoth will arrive soon, and if the behemoth takes the planet's core, they're able to wipe out the entire dimension. There are limited resources in this game, even for the Imperium, and they're here technically just to collect that. And once they do, they'll kill everybody. And to be honest, we can't have that. So here we'll have more attack speed enhancement. Fantastic. I'll be saving this in case I get to a moon. Not enough action points to cast this. As you see, the cost is 2 and I only have 1. Unfortunate. Night sequences could use a little work to deal with these scenarios, but right now I'll just be leaving. These points are not saved up. This is not currency. This ain't money. This is just, you know, the night runs out. They could have substituted it with a nice little conversation. The bonuses that you saw that I gave to my 2 characters, they are limited bonuses. They last for 2 fights and 2 fights only. So if I decide to take a third fight, which in this case, I'll make it this one, I will not be getting that. Tonight, my priority is to get this guy, Aslick Thaxton. He is a syndicate gangster, as you can see in the description, and he can give me the coordinates to one of these little caves. If I get lucky, the cave will be either here or here, which means that I get an entire extra sequence, and that's fantastic. Like that's what you want to see. Really, it's not just about enhancing the strength of my playthrough, but it also augments the playtime that I get. It's a more enjoyable experience. Now this guy's hamstrung, which means you cannot attack, which is absolutely terrible. This guy can debuff me. And it's just an instant attack, just like I have some of those. Yeah, they get some bonuses, and he's got a special weapon that irradiates me. Fortunately, I have shields and I have armor, so I will not be being debuffed. Alright, everybody's attacking the tank, and I have one of my attacking characters locked out. So, that sucks. So, yeah, this is a shield steal. So if I attack this guy right here, he will be reabsorbing shields from my tank, so I don't want to do that. I'll just be attacking the ads right here. I don't want to attack the boss outright because it will take a lot longer to kill him, and the other units do pump enough damage to take down my shields. Alright, that was barely any damage. This is a real danger with that minus 25 and plus 25. Everybody else is pretty mediocre. Now he distributes them. Oh, he debuffed another character. That is not what I want to see. Fortunately, this guy has defend, which also counters, but I don't really have a reason to counter at the moment. Maybe I'll move him to the front for other fights. He's especially good because of his counter against auto fire. But so far, we don't have that. So this is just a kill shot, which is fantastic. And here, I'll be charging shields for the moment. First instance that I used Fury this game. Now, I'll be reflecting and I'll be getting hit hard. Vengeful Stance is essentially counter. And I'm not attacking him, so I'm good. Boom. Soldier's dead. This fight will be a lot harder on one difficulty above this one, which is extreme, because I don't have a good team composition. Like, these two guys overlap in what they're supposed to do a lot. As you can see, I can displace them by 45 seconds, and here I can displace them by 40 seconds. They just overlap, and they're limited displacement charges, so it doesn't really make sense to have them together unless you're doing something specific like I am. Of course, I'll get more characters over the run, which will make this a lot better. But right now, I can just push you away. Oh, as a matter of fact, no, I want to actually cancel that order. Let's see, how much are you attacking me for? That's a 53. So I'll just be defending with this, and I'll be everything I can to kill the shield stealer. Yeah, there's the kill shot. That's a nice. This guy has shield steal as well, as you just saw. So he hits extremely hard. That was very low damage. Now that he's alone. Oh, and he shield steals too. Okay, he's in Vengeful Stance, so this essentially means that I will get hit back. Counter attack when hit, but I don't care. Actually, I'm interested in knowing what interaction we have here, because I have return fire and this guy has counter. So what will come out of that? Find out in just a second. Then here we will be doing a guard, and here we will be blitzing, because why not? So he will attack, and he just damaged my tank. Oh no, actually the tank doesn't get. Okay, that was much more of a complicated interaction than I thought it would be. Like, a lot more complicated. Wow, he just debuffs me every turn. I did not remember that. Well, he must be really scared. Well, Another broadside, and you're getting hit too. This should be dead now, and you can only defend, so you defend. So, if I attack and I get hit in response, my counter attack doesn't activate. If I select my tank to defend someone, she only defends them after the turn has started, not at the precise beginning. And of course, mid-turn. Ooh, the cave is right here. What the heck? That is such good luck. I'll be going to a cave this night. It doesn't take the camping sequence away. Oh, actually, I should be using this. Now, here, I can just immediately wait for the behemoth. If I was, for any reason, either in a rush or in a weird position where I'm good against the behemoth but bad against everybody else, I want to go here. But I don't need to. And if you see this little background here, this little titan, he will be in the artwork for the fight. So right now, I'm just destroying lockdown areas, just in case, and I'll be moving on. Let us go to the next fight. I already checked the weaknesses and strengths of this enemy, and I am not worried about him, in the very least. Alright. Well, that's rude. Smelt attacks everybody, and we'll be draining all of my shields, and here we have Strong Blast. Ah, this is a perfect example. So this guy can attack anybody. Now, unfortunately, it seems that the description of the enemy attack does not say that he can specifically target anybody. That's weird. Usually, it does state so. But I guess that only does it for my characters, not for my enemies. Okay. Huh. Well, the more you know. Regardless, I need to deal with this smelting, so this will be pretty simple. I will be smashing. Send to next turn. Here I will be blitzing. Send to next turn. So I will not need to worry about either of them. And then I'll just broadside right here. So how level works in this game. Every level you get 10% more HP. And you also get 10% more damage on all of your attacks. Depending on your character, your attacks can also work a little different. So now, the Strong Blast cannot be avoided. So he will just be doing damage to me. I can either kill him to prevent that, or I can stun him. But we'll get to that in just a minute. So this guy's not dead. I'll be using, since I have full fury, I will be using my first instance of a stun. I will be using my commando and my tank to kill, what's this guy's name? Laser Trooper. To kill the Laser Trooper. And I'll be stunning this, the Firewolf. Gosh, naming. As you can see, I can break him. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna break him instead of stunning him, because that does not consume fury. And these moves can only be executed once per combat. Oh, as a matter of fact, here's the little symbol. This symbol says that I can target anybody. Absolutely anybody in the field. As you can see, I cannot see this symbol with my enemies. This symbol means I can target anybody in the front line. But the trick shot can target anybody. See the difference right here? Makes sense. Whatever. Point is, they're dead, and I'm alive. So now I can just do that again. And actually, this is pretty convenient because I need to break his shield. Technically, I could give myself armor-piercing rounds. I should have done that before attacking him, and I get this full-on bonus. which is fantastic. It's just 10, so I guess I'm gonna do it. It's not my A game, but hey. The less armor he has, the better. Still does 1 damage, unfortunately. But this one's gonna do a lot more. 6 damage. Okay. So now he's gonna be smelting. And do I mind that? Can I tank that? That's 54 damage. This is really not much. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna tank it. I don't care. So you do you. I cannot take a crit though. You do you, and you do you. Here we go, straight shot. Everybody's doing a lot of damage. So my saboteur is defended. He's hitting hard. Not that hard, really. Armor's done. Everybody gets hit. And he gets hit again thanks to the little counter. Fantastic. Long game, long game. Okay, so here I'm just gonna be smashing. I don't care. Broadside, and he'll be dead soon. Shoot him. Sick him. Here, just a little reflect. A little salvo to get the crit, because it is. Is it worth it though? 39 damage versus 43. Perhaps it's better to do this. And straight shot is just faster. Now, depending on certain factors, you want to have them skip their turn, or you want to have them do their turn. It's a little bit more complicated than just, oh, I want to skip my enemy's turn every time. And that's not just because of skills, but that's because you want to manipulate rounds in such a way that the least amount of enemies are attacking you. In this case, there's just one enemy, and it's retreating, as a matter of fact. So I need to make sure that 2 characters and not 1 kill him. This should be a kill shot. And you will just be defending, because I can't have that be ruined by a fast, strong attack. How much HP does he have though? 73. So technically he should be able to take this. Alright, hold on. But is he marked? Does he have any debuffs? Weak versus light attack and extra defense versus crits. So technically this is a normal shot. Okay. So let me just cancel my moves. I want to manipulate the outcome of the battle so that the little bonus card is obtained by these 2. So I can get the dating sim bonus. Okay, 48, he's still alive, and he's dead. Barely so. Fantastic. And as predicted, they got the card. Big news. So, fortunately, I was able to do this in order, go from weakest to strongest on the mini-boss list, but that is not always the case. Sometimes you need to take the strongest first, and that is where hell breaks loose. But right now, our reward, a little stash. So, stealing armor, that I do like a lot. That is absolutely amazing. Armor is hard to regen, and if I get her to have high armor stat, that would be cool. So, I can have this guy also steal armor with bigger. Oh, hold on. This is actually not half bad. Fast attack plus stagger plus armor steal. Oh wow. This is interesting, but this has weaken, and weaken is not to be underestimated. But I'm not planning on leveling her up too much, because she does not give me bonuses, and defensively she doesn't get any better until the last upgrade, which is rarely worth getting. So that's why she's a good character. because you don't want to upgrade her, so you have more XP for others. He is not level 4 though. He will be. So I guess I'll stash this. And we'll see in just a moment. Okay, maybe. Oh yeah, I can get Deadeye right now. Alright, so now this guy was raised with the idea of being a super criminal child. That is fun. Okay, now hold on. I need to check my squad, but I need to check their moveset. There we go. So now I got Deadeye. As you can see, we need to compare Deadeye with Straight Shot. Straight Shot does a maximum damage of 66 currently. Deadeye does a maximum damage of 91 plus 30 shield absorption, which is absolutely fantastic. And I need the damage, so that's why I should be using this. But it's a lot slower. However, he is now level 4. And what that means is that I can start equipping things. I can equip the Beholder, which makes him move faster. As fast mover, plus marked, plus damage versus shields, that's big. And now I can equip this, which increases the stagger, and he's already staggering for a lot. So now I got a character that can send people 1.5 turns over. With a little bit of work, he can do up to 2 turns. And that is just where the games start becoming easier. Behemoths start getting resistances against that. You're not supposed to just be able to beat over them easily. I'll be taking this easy fight right now. As you can see, there's a turret here, and the simple interpretation of that is I'm gonna approach and I'm getting shot. That's meaningless damage, really. So there's a little soldier here, if you can see, between the arms. It's hilarious artwork. So now, our newly buffed character, he can do work. This is 45, but he's gonna send him to another dimension when I use this. Boom. He is really far away now, and I'm gonna contribute to that. I'm just gonna deflect here, and here I'm gonna use Salvo. So right now, I'm not optimizing for damage, I'm optimizing for staggering. This sends my enemy into 1 or 2 turns over. As you can see, my enemy is right on the brink of being on the next turn. Unfortunate, because it would have been quite convenient to skip 2 turns and have this free for damage. Here I'm just getting damaged. I don't really mind. It's 50 damage, I have 200, I regen 6, so I'm just gonna attack. It's not a problem. Here bot side, and finally a good Deadeye. Now, he's almost dead. That's big. And he's also marked. So here we have some damage. Here we have more damage. And here we have even more damage. Oh, and it reapplies marked. So it's hard to expire once you're marked, really. It's not something you want. No, where is it? There's some bonuses here. Like this gets plus 25% versus marked, so that's actually huge. This is doing 66, this is doing 91, but if you add a 25%, that's almost the same. So depending on the circumstances, Deadeye is really not that good. But right now it's fantastic, it's just what I need. And you will not be ruining the order here. And you will just be salvoing him. There we go. Don't ruin the order. Oh yeah, I'm not getting a card from this either way. Whoops. I didn't need to optimize that. But, good habits. So now the cave is open. Ooh. What secrets could it hold? Activate the crypt of a device, which means I can get the good ending. if I win. And that's not such a big if. I'm used to playing this game a lot, so I'm okay. I'm on full HP, and I'm taking all the bonuses I can. I should be fine. I'm not on that hard of a difficulty. So the boss is right there. Here we have the inner cave, the crystal cave. And here we have another titan with a glowing heart. These titans are creatures of old, which hold secrets to the power of the galaxy and the multiverse. It is absolutely astounding to look at them. It's a cool place to live on. So that's why the Syndicate decided to be here. So I can either take an item, common item, mind you, or I can get more shields, which gives me permanent but minimal shield bonuses. I think I'll be taking that. Otherwise, I just get one fight. Well, I also get the rare Imperium tech, so I'll be getting that. So I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way, a little bit of navigation. Getting a little shields here. Now, who needs a shields? That's a good question. Because she already has 200. But if I start building on my commando, I can put him on front. But at the same time, that makes little sense because he can't really take too much damage. But that really depends on how my squad will turn out to be. So for the moment, I don't have any absorption here. Huh. That is unfortunate. Besides, these shields, they scale, so the one outside will have even more. So perhaps I'll just give this one to the Aegis, which is my tank. In the next one, I'll give it to another character. The hard amount of shields is not too important compared to... Oh boy, he's buffing up. This is a really mean buff. Last 5 turns, stackable, and does a lot of damage over time. This guy also inflicts bleeding, which means he pierces. So he does direct HP damage. It's a very dangerous enemy. I want him disposed of as soon as possible. That is especially true because he buffs himself. I need to check enemy HP again. So he has 120. I can take him out this turn. And these two aren't really a danger. Yeah. Because by the way, this says plus 10, but he hits 3 times, so he's doing 30 HP damage. And I can regen my shields, but I cannot regen my HP. So, decision is made. We will be taking care of him. Oh, he's not dead? Why is he not dead? Am I not hitting hard enough? So that is not the outcome I was expecting. I guess I'm gonna have to blitz him. That should increase damage, and next turn he should be very dead. Yeah, he's almost dead this turn. You know what? I'm going for it. I can't have that guy just tear my team apart. These guys barely do any damage. It seems that he didn't take the full 45 damage. So what it happened here is that this shield absorption he has is, let's say, additive, but not at the instant. It's at the end of the turn. So my shield balance at the end of the turn was plus 30 minus 45, which is equal to minus 15, and here you go. So as a matter of fact, I really don't care if he takes up to 90 damage. As long as his shield doesn't break, I can just regen him back by attacking. So he is a really good character, but then again, other characters do much more damage. This guy right here could be dead by now. I shouldn't have to worry about having 3. Other characters can regen my entire party's shields. So I can have 2, I could have these 2 up front and defending constantly. other party members can just snipe in one shot. So he is strong and he is pretty cool, but there are ways to compensate for that. Not to mention that Blitz has limited value. Right now I have marked and reduced defense and a big stagger, but there are better things. Or for example, in this scenario, I have no area damage. One guy with area damage, as small as it may be, could kill this guy and debuff these two, which would be absolutely ideal. But regardless, I am perhaps overthinking this since it is on a low difficulty. I'll just be kill-shotting everybody and it should be fine. And now this is done. I can just fast forward and know what happens because I have thought this through. Now you get smash, you get broadside, and you get deadeye again. Which sums up to dead, and I get more EXP. Well, DNA, to be precise. And now I can level her up. Is historical reference good? Not really. I don't want to. But if I level her up, I could be getting that. I have an item for her, right? Yeah, I do. Is it good? Well, it steals shields and does a little crit damage, so better to have it than to not have it. And I don't, oh no, but I could possibly level this guy up instead. And what will he be getting me? Level 3? Big tourism. Do I want the Man-O-War? I probably want the Man-O-War. I think Hornswoggle should really be free attack. Like just a free a turn, doesn't do much damage, and it can really mess up the composition of who's getting hit. Because her level ups. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Because her level ups will just get me to Fortress. And whereas it does protect everybody, I'm not immediately interested in this. Not at all. I find that misleading, these numbers. Like, they look like they are pretty low for the high level. Truth is that by the time they're here, the damage has increased by 8 levels, which means 80%, so they do a lot more damage. I guess I'm taking the level. Seems a little boring to me because I really don't like her as a character. She needs a little bit of a rework, just a little. Because the level ups are really not worth it. But anyway. Oh, and we have a bounty hunter. So you're hamstrung, which means you can't attack. And you just get hit for no reason. Pants down. This attack makes it so... well, this attack stuns me. That's all you need to know. So here I'll be defending. Here I'll be... yeah, I should really blitz him. I can't have him stun me. Oh, but he's on the back line. Oh, that is not good. Since he's in the back line, I cannot... yeah, I cannot have that. I can only defend. But fortunately, I have messed up their order. I will charge shields. And charge shields does scale with level. And I'll deflect. Oh, I guess if charge shields scales with level, this is not that bad. But it still costs 15 fury, and you can do a lot of things with that. Here I'll just deflect. Alright, reflect a lot of damage. Alright, she was stunned, but it didn't matter. Somebody else is hamstrung. Is he? No, he's not. So this guy's just hitting me with a napalm. So I can't shoot him yet. Yeah, I can. Here we go. Oh, that was a weird interaction just a moment ago. I couldn't smash him. That's weird. Well, regardless. He should be dead this turn. Kill shot. Smash, move his turn back. Shoot, move his turn back, and then kill him. What? Uh-oh. I did not foresee that one. Turns out he attacked before dying. Well, well, well. Subdue. Oh, you resist light attacks, huh? Yeah, I forgot, this guy's actually considered an elite despite him not showing up in the elite list. So he gets resistance to flurry, more armor. And more armor, but he gets weak on armor? What? And you're just hitting me hard. Okay, I can take it. I don't really care. The resistance also applies to the... Why is Deadeye so damn slow? Is he slowed down? Yeah, he's slowed. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so you move back and become vulnerable. You move back. And you move them back and break, so send them to the next turn. So now, moving back yet again. Moving back into the next turn again. And finally, attack. So, skip to turns, which is very, very meaningful. Some bosses have mechanics against that. Actually, the two... Well, just... I mean, one of the planets has two bosses. They have mechanics where if you break them, which is the mechanic of sending them into the next turn, they actually retaliate very hard against you. Like, you should only do that if you really mean it. Like, you really need to do that or you die. Otherwise, you're taking a harsh penalty. Sometimes you really don't have a choice. Right now, it's not important. This guy doesn't have any of those mechanics, so I'll just be doing a lot of damage to him. Kill shot. Fantastic. No bonus card. Oh, that is sad. At least we get the gear. Plus fury generated per crit. That is amazing. A rifle. He needs a rifle. Steel shields. I have too much shield steel, and enemies are mostly problematic because of their HP, not because of their shields. But this I can take. This is good. So I'll level you up. I'll give you the rifle. Fast mover, more damage, and inflicts a lot of stagger. So I can stagger. That's the summary of this run so far. Oh, hello, where are you going? Where are you going? It's this way. Well, that is shameful. And next turn, we will be facing the hard boss. Well, the hard elite anyway. Preparation for this fight. Dynamic duo, I'm keeping those for the moment. And these should reach the first dating bonus. Fantastic. They have a really warm conversation over here about people who are criminals. This guy is a criminal who's a wannabe criminal, and this is a big time criminal which might not be as big time, but he really writes a lot of books. And here's the first bonus of the traits. More stagger for A and more shield damage for B. So these bonuses stack and they can make or break a run depending on how you manage them. And for the moment, I will also be increasing the relationship between these two. That is exceedingly important. No more time, unfortunate. So I'll be wasting another point. Once again, this run is not ideal, and that's okay. You really don't want to be playing games just for... Oh, actually, I could get to this guy first, so I can enhance my shields, and then I go to the boss. Okay, that's a better route. It's always good to improvise, always good to pick things differently. You don't want to pick necessarily what's best decisions or a solved decision. And it may not even be applicable to your circumstance. Armor's fun, but everything breaks it and it's hard to regen it. I'll just be getting this Firewolf. Fortunately, combat bonuses last 2 fights. This is the first one. The second one should be pretty easy. Alright, solo Firewolf. This is just routine by this point. As you can see, the 10 second displacement is already acting here. And that's a lot of extra time. That's almost a minute. So this guy could just send him to the next turn unless he is like within this range, which is crazy. I'll be sending them to the next universe. And he's almost dead. So smash, then broadside, and then a straight shot, and he's dead. 0 damage fight. Well, he was a common enemy. It's like running into a Caterpie or something in Pokemon. Alright, who gets the shields? Who gets the shields? Let's say the Saboteur, because I might put him in front. And now, time for a fight. Hard fight. Let's go, let's go. Alright, 3 enemies. Why are you yellow? Oh, you're Pyro Element. Ooh. Laser Storm. So everybody's hitting my tank, which is ideal. So I'm just gonna deflect. And I need to kill one of these. So I need to do some calculations. I'm not killing this guy, but I can't kill this guy, so I'm gonna kill him. So, damage mitigation and enemy removal. Very important. Getting hit by fire. Laser Storm. Boom. Alright. Little region right there, which is great. Alright, Laser Eyes, I'm not worried about that. They are hitting the tank again. As you can see, this Laser Eyes move, it does a lot of damage. 85. If it was hitting my HP with this bonus, it would be really strong, especially considering the irradiated element, which is just fantastic for dispatching enemies, strong and weak. Imagine you just get debuffed, 15% less health, like that's gigantic. Now, what is this guy doing? He just applies burning and it's blocked by shields. I really don't... I'm not worried about him too much. Since I have full fury, I will be charging my shields here. Then I'll be deflecting, and now I'll be focus fire on the soldier. There are other ways to play that turn that are also good, but this one in specific just prioritizes taking out the largest amount of enemies in a single turn. Right? Okay, that is not good. So he's charging up an attack, a very strong attack, and he takes a turn for it. So pretty much here I just get free damage, free regen or whatever. Normally that would be scary, but at this point I'm doing pretty well. I'm just gonna, hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark him. Have Moriarty kill that with her little low damage. This guy deals some crits. And boom. Alright, he's charged up. Apparently he's very angry. Very, very angry. Death Beam. He's hitting hard and he's hitting everybody. He's got a lot of effects here. As you can see, Enrage is doing work. Plus 25% damage. But he's taking a lot of damage too. So I can really do some damage to him this turn if I survive it. But that's easy. It's actually very simple. Here. Just break him. And that generates twice as much fury. And here I'm going to do a salvo. And I might actually send him to the next turn. It's 2 turns over, I mean. That's a lot of damage. Nope, I didn't manage to send him 2 turns over, just 1. So everybody's gonna take some damage. How do I damage control this? Well, pretty simple. The guy who can do the most damage is attacking regardless. You are gonna guard him, take a lot of damage yourself, and you're just gonna defend because I can't have you dying. Perhaps it was better to just have attacked once. And the next turn, attack twice. Oof. Oh, he wants to retreat. And I might not be able to kill him. So this is very important because if he survives, he gets buffs and bonuses for my next run. And it's usually what I don't want to happen. Especially not with massive HP because he gets to run away again. Right? So he's enraged, he's defense with crit. I really don't want this monster out there. I really don't want him. So, can I deal 300 damage? That is the first question. So that would be 23 damage. That would be 56 damage. And with this guy, it is not enough. He would be running away. But fortunately, I have this little thing here called a trick shot. And with a trick shot, I can stun him and deal a little damage. And maybe this will be enough. So he's just skipping his turn. Doing 32 and 80. That's 100 damage. And he's going to try to run away again. Let's see if this is enough. If it's not, I wasted fury, which is never good. Alright, here's a moment of truth. Does this kill? Yes, it does. It's a kill shot. Does this kill? Yes, it does. It's also a kill shot. So, we'll all be dead-eyeing him for good measure, and he's dead. 32 damage here. 80 damage. And that's only because I was able to trick shot him. I wouldn't have had that issue with other characters that do more damage, like the sniper. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm gonna stash this and I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. And now it's time to take out the behemoth. Oh no, first we get the reward. Oh, what am I saying? What am I saying? A Colossus. I really like these devices. They generate a lot of shields per round. They give me a lot of shields. This is just what I want to see. This is what I love to see. But here we have Burning and Burning 4. Come on, what's going on here? Shift. Burning 4 does 15 damage per round. Now, that doesn't sound like much. 15 damage is really not much. But there are some attacks that have Flurry. Flurry means they attack more than once. 2, 3, 4 times. So if I have someone that attacks, say, 3 times, this is doing 45 damage per round. Last 2 rounds, that's 90 damage. That's just an extra turn of damage. That's a lot. Not to mention, penetrates armor, which is great for high armored foes. They have their bonuses. Pretty good. I think I'll be taking the Colossus because my next fight is very very annoying. And yeah, I'm gonna stash this, and I need to check out what's going on with my characters before I go to the next day. What are you doing? Oh, this is regen shields. So I'm just getting the fast mover from that. So you should be getting the Colossus. You don't have anything. Okay. Yeah, I already set up the Colossus. I'll be getting one more fight. Which fight will that be? Maybe we can get a little equipment. Or should I get more armor? Maybe I should get more armor. Yeah, definitely. I should get more armor in my tank. One common, it's just gonna get... Like, I'm not even gonna use it too long. So. Oh, but maybe I can get money. Is there more money around? I would go here if I could. That one's good. You know what? I'm gonna actually take the fight. Even though it's not extra armor and I would really enjoy it. I'm gonna take the fight because it gives me 3 things. It gives me money. It gives me experience. And it has the stash. I hadn't evaluated that when I said this is better. I mean, it is, but I cannot get there. And the armor has no enemy. If it had an enemy, it would be strictly better. But it's not. I'm gonna level up after this fight. Should be pretty easy. I need to go soon, so I better hurry up. Wrap this up. Bring it on. Alright, full power unlocked. Our enemy is dead. Right, trivial fight, really. Nothing to explain. All the mechanics are there. Skip a turn, deal a lot of damage. Now we gain the equipment. And what do we want? Oh boy. Oh boy, that is fantastic. I lose a little bit on the move. Okay, so I'm gonna stash this. And maybe I'll put it on you. Because you need the shield regen. And you need the shield reflection. Like for sure you need the reflection. And you're gonna lose some time, but you're gonna gain shield defense, and you do need it. And you have the other Colossus that gives you 12 shields per round, but this is important to state. The harder difficulty you're on, the less shields you gain from these. It is not stated anywhere in the game, but it is a fact. An unfortunate fact, and here, guard our allies or man o' war. Damn. What does your weapon do? Oh, the weapon. Oops, wrong button, wrong button. What does the weapon do? Yeah. I'm taking this. I usually don't like to level up with her, but I was counting on better items, and I didn't. As a matter of fact, I have items that just run each other over, which is not what you want to see. But anyway, this relationship has to continue. And for this one, actually, I'm gonna give it to her. And for this one, what's the relationship status looking at? It's 20 with her, and I need 25. So can I get 5? Yes. Should I get 5? I believe so. I could also use one of these cards and instead give max shields to everybody. I was saving these for later, but strategically it just makes sense. So I'm gonna do that. And finally, this. What? Oh, it's with him? Well, use this one instead. Alright, so they had their little warm chat about drinking, joining the Star Renegades, and taking some booze. Sounds like a good night for people who like drinking. So you can stagger more, which is fun, and you get more shields even. So, gotta wrap this up. Behemoth has arrived. Ominous. Very ominous. And here we get a little bit more of a closer look over the platform where the main objective was. Here we have, again, one of the Titans dead and leaking water now. How does the water get up here? Who knows? But we don't care about that. We care about the nice graphics, the little cities here, the fact that I wave my mouse here, and the little trees have particle effects. Pretty fun game. Actually, some of the interactable actions are gone. I wonder if I can enable that again. There are many conversations that the characters can have. They're redundant and repeating. But truth is, this game occurs in a multiverse. So characters have recurrent subjects and themes, and they're not the same every time. Well, now we'll be facing the Behemoth. We'll be taking a closer look at this Titan as well. The Behemoth stats. Do not be intimidated by it. I say, do not be intimidated by it. What's going on? 505 shields, 842 health. We already defeated an elite with these stats. These stats are nothing for us, but what we have not faced yet is 40 armor. He has a lot of armor. So we will be going in for a tough fight. I have 10 minutes to finish this fight. I'll probably take a little longer. Here's a Titan, multi-layer for the artwork, a little bit of 3D there, the water flowing through here like it was energy and electrons through a chip, which is commonly used to teach people about how these work. Now here we have a burst shot, which almost drains all of my shield. As you can see, Behemoths do damage, and they hit very hard. So, I can't have that. I'm gonna be blitzing you. Goodbye. And then I'm gonna be breaking you. Goodbye. And now, I'm gonna be hitting you too. Boom, there goes the shields. Now, he will be hitting me extremely hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna deflect. And now I'm gonna hit him with all I have. This should be enough. I'll probably should be using this, but only one of my shots will get to damage the armor. How much does Deadeye do? Deadeye just does 3. Oh, and that's because I absorb. Actually, I would like a straight shot to get there. So it's not gonna be until next turn where I really do big damage. Maybe I'm missing something because it says that he's gonna lose a lot more shields. Oh, that's because of the... So it takes the deflect into consideration when it comes to damage being reflected. I don't think it really damages his armor that much. I don't know if that's intended or if it's just a bug that it doesn't. But this turn, I'll just be doing a basic hit. So technically, I should be draining all of his armor, right? That's not gonna happen, but... As I said, these are just estimates. You need to keep in your head what the numbers add up to. So first, a little reflect here. Then, shield damage and a little absorption. That was a lot of shield damage. Now the burst shot. As you see, only shield damage. Now he's flexing his authority over me. I get a little shield really here, and I get some bullet hell. And bullet hell damages everybody at random. This gives me an estimate of who it would be hitting, so I can take a guess and say that I'm gonna survive it. And I'm gonna survive it pretty nicely. But that's not what I want to see. Not at all. So here I'm gonna charge shields. And before the bullet hell completes, I'm actually gonna be blitzing. And now is a good turn to... No, it's not a good turn to do armor piercing rounds. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Wasting a little fury too. And here I have a smash. So now she's doing 2 shields. 7 shield, not shields, armor. Beg your pardon. Now bullet hell incoming. Who are you hitting? Who am I protecting? You have 8 regen plus your natural regen. You have I thought you had regen. Do you? Okay. So I think you have regen and you have a lot of absorb, so I'm just gonna let you take the damage. Saboteur takes the damage. You're guarding this guy. And I need you to break through that armor, because I just can't have that here. Alright, go. 7 armor. There we go. Almost done. Deadeye. Oh, I should have used the other move that actually breaks. This one only absorbs. As you can see, he took 0 damage because the debuff damage from the armor. So it is very, very important for me to... Oh boy. Now this is a reboot move. What does reboot do? Essentially he gains back a lot of shields. I don't remember if he regains armor. But he also has Overwatch. Which means whomever attacks gets shot in the face. So I'm gonna take a guess and say I should attack with this guy for the break. Mariavi should defend. And you should also attack. You're gonna get hit hard, but whatever. $35 damage. That's a break. And now armor going down. 45 damage. That was a lot more than I expected to take. But thankfully, this is the guy that I gave the extra shields to. So now reboot will be running this round. I would like not to take more damage, but I think I have to. Yeah, it would be fine. Besides, she's gonna defend him. Here I would just charge shields, and here I'm just gonna wait because I don't want him to take any more damage. This fight can stagger a lot. Right, he takes another 50. That's a reboot, and boom, 200 shields. Burst shot again. Who are you targeting? Targeting the tank. Tank would be not dead. Not dead at all. Tank has enough. So I just deflect here, and I should be good. Good to go. So now here I'm going to take broadside. And here I'm actually going to blitz, and that should cause a break. And he absorbs shields. That's a lot of shields. I should have attacked with her, but alas, messed up. Alright, you defend. You do another broadside, and this man, well, it's not a man, this machine is almost dead. And the burst shot, 100. And he's flexing again his authority against me, of which he has none, and I recognize none. And now he is about to die, 151 HP. That is absolutely nothing. This is a late kill because of reflect damage, but he doesn't do as much damage at himself as I would like. And I don't want to take HP damage, so I need to kill this round. How will we be doing that? This is late kill again. So I'll be doing a late shot. I will be doing one of these shots, and I'll be doing one of these shots, and I'll be doing a smash. And I trust that this is a kill. It might not be, but I trust it. Yeah, this looks like a kill to me. As you see, you cannot always trust the predictions that the interface gives you. So don't take that for face value. and 7 between these two, which is great for relationship development. And he has failed mother. Cool, cool. And now we come to the shop. Very few shops. And besides the shop, we can recruit 1 of 3 heroes. That is the upgrade I have. Instead of being able to recruit 2 heroes, you're able to recruit 1 out of 3. Instead of out of 2. There's also one that gives you more shops at the end. These actually make sense and are actually good. Remove buffs. Oh, that is what you want to see. Something that does damage and removes buffs. That would prevent enraged and things like that from killing me. And we have also gadgets, which are more defensive. 15% shield defense, which is not half bad. Plus armor. The elite merchant usually sells a lot more interesting merchandise. What are my needs here? That is the question. Who will I be selecting? Because this is very important. I can get a second tank. I can get support. Or I can get a quite interesting option at damage and support. He is not straightforward, but he can do a lot of damage. And this is the Paragon. Do note, not the Dark Paragon. So who will I recruit? I need to check. Steel shields, I don't care about that. Steel shield defense. None of this is ideal. But the Beholder could be good. Especially on this guy. More damage versus shields. He already has fast mover, and I'll be changing fast mover for stealing HP. HP stealing is huge because it enables me to pierce through shields to get HP and regen my own. And regening HP in this game is very important. Not to mention it keeps the main effects that I have, but I don't think is enough of a difference to justify spending money on this. Saving money is not really a thing in this game because prices scale dramatically. But if anything, I can get either a pulse because it keeps the quick mover, and as a matter of fact, I can give this to my commando. There is also an option in case I decide to take the Paragon, but at this point I think I will be taking a second tank. Unfortunately, I don't have a way of regenerating shields easily, and the second tank doesn't do too much damage. I will be fighting very, very strong enemies. So I think I'm just gonna go all out. I'm gonna buy this, and I can actually buy this too, or this too. Maybe I buy this as well. Yeah, I'll be better against shields. He's got no weapon, and or maybe if the Paragon has implants, because I will be getting the Paragon. The other support, I can recruit. Oh, I can recruit any variant, but I cannot check the variant immediately. Ooh. Huh. Which one? I don't remember what each one does, and I'm not about to take a list of this. And I'm not taking the Dark Paragon. He's just, nor his variants. He's just too strong. Just objectively stronger than any other character. Well, except maybe than the ultimate tank. I'll take the Paragon Aegis, since we have an Aegis. He'll be a little bit more defensive, and guess what? I'm missing a little bit on that department. Kellen Cyphex joins the Renegades. Fantastic. So, I will need to be spending experience in this guy. I will be equipping the sword. I said equip the sword. Insufficient level. Oh, oops. I need to check this moveset. There are so many more variables added suddenly to the run. This is faster to analyze on the Switch because I have a controller. And I could get a controller here too, but my computer for some reason has a little bit of a delay. I love riposte. Riposte is just absolutely fantastic. It counters, it does damage. I also can do Siphon Staff, which just regens my shields by a lot. I have Blade Throw that hits twice. I will be going to the ice map since I have no ice and I have a little fire. So this guy will be my main source of damage there. Also, it is important to say that he's got AoE Flurry and he's got guard breaking. So he just can't do work. This version, as expected, is pretty defensive. I'll probably put him on the back and use riposte when I need to take a little fire from my tank. Yeah. He's got enough shields, and this will be my second tank, so this is my target for the next shield increase bonuses. Okay. So, Manowar, not necessary right now. Very necessary to upgrade him, since I will be going to the ice map. Oh, and I'm missing out on a level. Ooh, that is gonna come to bite me in just a minute. He can also use a glove. I forgot. And actually, there was a good glove at the shop, I think. Yeah, fast mover, more damage against shields. I'm just gonna outright equip it. It's not ideal, but damaging shields en masse, as he can do, and stealing more en masse, that is just amazing. Especially if I want him to tank a little damage. Not to mention the fast mover. Okay, great. So, he's not looking that bad anymore. Maybe I will look a little bit into the gadgets. And I could equip him. I wonder if between variants, implants and devices vary. I don't recall. Regardless, regen shields, not useful right now. Not useful at all. But should I equip? No, I can't even equip it. Okay, so that's it for this character. So now you can have a little conversation with these. No, I cannot. They're just here to see me flaunt my victory and share the spoils for we have captured the little planet that we are on. So, next time, I'll be going to the next planet. And this is my score, difficulty, a little bit of a summary. And I'll be deciding which planet do I go. I already know that I'll be going to the harsh planet. Unfortunately, the DLC hasn't dropped and maybe will never drop, since this game is not in active development anymore, sadly. But I will be going to Pricon, the harsh environment where people have resistance against ice. And I will be taking all of these decisions later. But I can't pause, so maybe I'll just take them now. Let's see. One last review. I still want you to befriend him. And maybe I'll start continue befriending you until I get the upgrade. And you, do you have a 1 and 5? Yeah, fantastic. So we already have these two progenies. This guy doesn't get a progeny, unfortunately. But I could use a bonus. We'll begin here. Scaling bonuses, and we have a 2 cost. Does anybody have a 2 cost? Yeah, 2 cost for attack speed. That's fantastic. And now we exit. Oops, wrong button, Alert. And fantastically, we now go to the next planet, which I will be continuing next stream. Oh my gosh. Delays. Yeah, I'll be checking this out next stream. I'm not even gonna remember if I do it now. What is important to point out, more than anything else, is that elites now come with more enemies. The harder one, fortunately, has less enemies, but if you look at the easier ones, they're not even that easy. They're accompanied by several other soldiers. Of course, I have one more party member, but that does not mean that this is gonna be easy. Not at all. As a matter of fact, this is one of the harder maps. And the beautiful icy plain, we have the device that we need to capture, and we have the boss. Now, this is an optional boss that I may or may not take. I'm planning on taking. I love the fight. He is extremely hard, and he has anti-braking mechanics. It is very important that you do not break this guy. Having said that, the fight is really hard. He does a lot of damage. It's going to be quite complicated, especially since I do not have shield regen. So as a matter of fact, if I don't deem myself as strong enough, I shouldn't take this fight because he will kill me. Or maybe I should take the first fight. I'll be taking those choices next time, and it may end the run, which is sad to think of. But hey, I don't have an ideal team. And without an ideal team, you can't do too much. Yeah, I could go ahead and fight him immediately. I would probably... How do I get here? Yeah, take one fight, take 2 fights, and they take him out. Do I want to do that? I need 26. So I should probably take this fight first. And then, if I need to, I take this fight because I would like my guy to be level 4. It's going to be extremely hard, and I don't have any fury. So I'm going to need to farm it like crazy. And one of these fights needs to provide the elements for that. Fortunately, this is reset. And without fury, I need, I would say, at least 30 to get him. But he's not that tough on the first round. That's true for sure. And I'm getting a common item as well. A lot of calculations to make. I will be doing this next time. For the moment, saving and exiting. When will be the next time? I really don't know. Possibly 2 streams from now. I am planning on streaming Monster Train next Thursday. So yeah. I hope that everybody who came to visit had a nice time and had a nice stream. But hey, I will be here for the long run, so I'll pretty much be here daily. Or almost daily. Well, gotta catch a train now. So take care, everyone.